name's Sam. I'm a longtime TCG sync user and owner of Cape Fear Collectibles. And today we are going to be going over the very powerful Buylist settings that TCG Sync has to offer. If you're a former or current Binder POS customer, you will appreciate the in-depth tools that you have to really dial in your buy list exactly how you want. I was a Binder POS customer almost since its inception, and I liked the way their buy list was. I'm not gonna get into any of that stuff, but I think once you see all the tools that you have at your disposal for the TCG Sync buy list, you'll be blown away. Alright, so we're on our TCG Sync dashboard, and we're going to go ahead and go down to buy list settings. First thing you see, general settings. These are the conditions that you're currently purchasing that will show up on your buy list. As you can see, we have near mint, LP, MP, HP, checkmarked, DM, damage, we have that currently turned off. That just means you will not be able to add damage cards to a buy list that you're trying to submit. Default cash percentage. This is the default that you pay out in cash. It is just the default rule. There's other things you can do to override certain things, but this is just the fallback default. Same with credit percentage. Add that here. Then you can say select your currency. USD is currently selected. If we go over here to the right, enabled games, this is the games that you are currently purchasing singles from. So all you have to do is click on a game if you're interested in purchasing cards from said game. Like currently we were buying a ton of One Piece. We slowed down on that, so we just turned it off, so it just didn't even show up on the buy list, which is easy because you don't have to just tell people, hey, we're not buying this. You just tell them if it's on the buy list, we're buying it. If it's not, we're not. So it's an easy way to communicate that with your customers. Next thing, price settings, the floor price. This is what the minimum price of a card is that you're willing to buy that you don't consider bulk. Now there is a nice little explanation right here. I won't read it to you because you can read yourself. But basically, if say you don't want to buy anything below 50 cents, well, what you need to do then probably is put your floor price at $1, because obviously if somebody is wanting to get cash, they would get 50%. So if it's $1, 50% of that, 50 cents, so on and so forth. So there was a little confusion. This explanation really lets you know what is actually happening. And obviously if you just have it cleared out, you'll buy anything, which is fine. Price point. This is what is going to be used to calculate the prices, and you can select from either, and these are all TCG, obviously. I don't know if that needs to be said, but low price, mid price, market price, or high price. So the calculations for your buy list are going to come from whatever point you select. So if you want, like we usually sell at low price, so we want to buy at low price. I don't want to buy at high price and sell at low price, obviously. You can also just check this if you only want your prices to come straight from your inventory and not from TCG Player. That if you don't have auto pricing turned on, that you can basically kind of set your own prices if you don't want any shift in pricing. That's just an option. I don't particularly ever use that, but that's the good thing about this tools, is there's something for everybody. Enable the V2 template. This is just if you want to use the newer template on your buy list. That's just a personal preference kind of thing. This is just your contact information. You want to have that filled out. Not much of an explanation needed there. These are additional settings that will show up on your buy list. You can have terms and conditions. You can put whatever you want. There's another text box in there. You can put whatever you want. Bulk settings. You can basically write out what you pay for bulk, to let people know that if the card's not showing up and it says bulk item, you can they can look at that and see what you're paying for bulk. Down here, there's language settings. This is if you're interested in purchasing different languages and cards, and if you have a different percentage you'll pay on them, which is nice. So say if you want to purchase Japanese language cards but you didn't want to pay a full 50%, you could click that and put it at whatever 40% or whatever you would like, and that goes with all of these, which is a nice little feature. Again, very powerful tools to allow you to separate different things and pay different prices, and it really allows you to capitalize on purchasing power for singles. Down here, there's some advanced pricing rules. This is great for people that like to get into the nitty gritty. First thing, and there's also manage excluded cards. You can exclude cards from your buy list. I'm going to just do that real quick because it's nice and simple. You can exclude entire games. You can exclude entire expansions or just set cards. So as you see here, exclude card, exclude entire expansion. And then this will show you all the cards that you have excluded, and you can remove them if you want. Obviously, if you are in the Pokemon business, you know that you're not allowed to sell the prize pack cards, so we just took them off the buy list, because when we first started, we were having people trying to submit buy lists with prize pack cards, and we didn't want to buy them since we can't sell them, so we just excluded the entire prize pack card series, which is great because we didn't have to go in and put every single individual card in. We just did prize pack cards and it lists all of them, which is a great feature. All right, back to standard, and then we're going to go to advanced rules. So you can have advanced pricing rules for if you want to have pricing rules for every rarity for every game and want to spend all that time doing that. You can do that, and we do that sometimes. I haven't messed with it in a while, but it's a great feature. So you go to game, we'll just do Magic the Gathering for now. So you can select all rarities or dial into specific rarities. So say mythic cards, you want to have a minimum value and a max value that you'll pay for those, and you can adjust the cash or credit price for that rarity if you would like. You can also do fixed cash, like you can say you're paying 25 cents, 50 cents per mythic, and then a credit, and then this option is if you want to use the fixed pricing or not. And then there's also a great thing down here, inventory modifier rules. This keeps people from selling you 1,000 copies of a 2-cent card if you don't want to do things like that. But you can put a minimum quantity if you want. Like, you won't buy, for whatever reason, if you don't want to buy less than like a playset, whatever. I don't know why you would do that, but there's a minimum quantity. Max quantity is what most people will either have as the default, or you can set it at like 4, like a playset. You won't buy more than a playset, 8, 10, whatever. And then you can have a percentage based on that as well. This is an awesome feature that I feel like I might have had some help or implementing in the talking about this. This is great. So enable release date exclusion. This is great. If you're in this business, you know that prices are very chaotic. When a set first comes out, prices shift. If you don't even want to deal with buying anything that's a new release, you can just enable this, and you can set the days after the release, and items will just not be able to be bought or put on the buy list for whatever number of days you want after the release, which is great. I use this sometimes depending on what the set is. Honestly, though, I tend to just use the price modifiers, and I just pay a lower percentage on release day stuff. But if you just don't even want to take the risk or deal with that, you can just enable this. It's great. This is another nice one if you're if you're cash limited, or you just don't want to carry a lot of cash, or you don't want to pay out a lot of cash for cash buyouts, you can set a cap on the total cash amount. So I mean, I don't really want to do that because I'm willing to do just about work with somebody if they do submit a very high buy list. But say for whatever reason at a certain time or whatever, you're like, I don't have a lot of cash on in the store. I want to minimize the cash payout to, you know, 250, 100, whatever, $500. You can set that, save the cash limit, and then when they get to that limit, they won't be able to add any more cards for that specific buy list order. And then there's expansion specific rules. You can select a game, select an expansion, and for like certain expansions, you can set all these other limits, and these will override your default pricing. So again, with like Magic, say, like for what I would do, this is something I would do for like a new set. So like Aether Drift just came out. It's been out for a little bit, but let's just say it just came out. I would select that and then say I only want to pay like 20%, 25% cash and like 30% credit because it just came out and I don't know where the prices are going to shift and all that kind of stuff. And even then, on some of the higher end cards, you can obviously refuse to buy stuff, but we all know that prices can swing drastically. So that's something you can do to help mitigate that. But yeah, hopefully you see the power in this tool to really get your buy list exactly how you want it to operate. I think it's a great tool. We use it all the time. It's really helped our business streamline things. Also be doing a video of like working with the buy lists once you receive them, which is also great. There's direct flow from the buy list to your inventory. Makes things super easy. But anyway, thanks for watching. Make sure to check that Discord link out in the description. Join our Discord. Go to tcgsync.com. You can sign up for a free trial account. Give things a whirl. The customer support is beyond amazing. Things get fixed. If there are problems, they get fixed very quickly. And like I said, this is probably one of the best buy list softwares out there that you can use for your local game store. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one. And also, if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. Like and subscribe, all that stuff.